Today we're going to be exploring the Mirelurk Wastes. Now, a keen viewer of the Fallout 3 map could see that there was a massive river that ran just beside Raven Rock all the way down to the likes of the abandoned car fort and then on down to past a few more notable places, Arafu and all. But you can just see by the dark lines that is where the river ran. Now, I'm right at the top left corner and we're going to just take a wee flyby of the river system, showing you some of the unmarked locations along the way. Think of this as a kind of unofficial montage of just this one area. Now, we start off here, so the river must have flowed down into this bit, and the reason I think that, and whoever designed this bit, really clever, all the cars have kind of congregated here, at least the wreckages. So if the river was flowing, this would have been a wee bit of an indent where it flowed over the top and would have deposited heavier items that wouldn't have flowed on down the river. It's a bit like gold is found in a lot of places like this, where gold would deposit into these wee bits at the bottom of waterfalls, and because they were heavier, they wouldn't really move down the river. So really cool addition to anyone that was designing this map. That was clearly thought through. Pity there was no clear path as to where the river was coming from, so yeah, we'll give them a pass on that. So the river would have flowed around here, and I call it the Mirelurk Wastes because that's just what it is. There are Mirelurks everywhere, barring the one place where you can find a bit more raider presence. We're going to constantly be removing the water here just to see if we can find any goodies. It's unlikely. I went through quite a lot of it, but a lot of people dig seeing the water removed. So the river, again, between these two ridges, it would have flowed straight through on down, making this quite a picturesque location in the Capital Wasteland. In fact, what I will do is we will actually change the game hour to 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's do that. Set game R2. There we go. Boom. It's a bit brighter. And you got the save command. Great. Bit didn't load. There you go. It's loaded. So again, river would have flowed nicely into this area. And I have counted maybe about a dozen Mirelurks, if not more, in just this one location. You do find the occasional nest, shopping trolleys, just bits of debris that you would have found at the bottom of nearly any river. Again, another wee pool here with a bit of an electrical tower nearby. What's that wee thing there? Just a crate and empty whiskey bottle. Anything under the crate? Nope. Have to be completionist about this. Right, draining this bit away. Anything exciting? Nope. Nothing at the bottom of this. Maybe the ruins of a bit of a wharf. Now we'll be seeing one come up. Oh ho! I thought it was a whiskey bottle. I was gonna call that a great accomplishment. Right, we'll bring the water back and continue on. Jumping over this bit, we encounter our first major unmarked location. Apart from that bit up river where you see the debris, this is the Raider Wharf. Some of you may have already seen the video on this. It was very well received. In fact, all the Fallout 3 videos have been super well received. So thank you for that. You might be watching this and have finished the series, but you know, I still appreciate any comment. Now, there's obviously the boats here, and the way the wharf is, this place clearly had quite a flowing river going through it, and there's also half a bus, so I would say there was probably a bridge or a road at some stage where a lot of this car debris has come from. Now, the raiders actually get most of their meat from Mirelurks, and you can find plenty of nests from this point onwards. I mean, there are a lot of nests. Let's fly right up, give you a good aerial view of this bit of wasteland. You can see the pockets of water kind of linking up. Obviously, you know, it's been quite some time since the bombs have fell, and you know, rivers, whilst it may have mostly dried up in this area, they do form pools in certain places. I'm sure the river upstream maybe was diverted and went somewhere else. This is the scenic overlook right beside the pass over there. And over here, you can find a wee grenade stash. And a wee duck and cover from this skeleton who has a bit of a defensive position. We aren't entirely sure as to what happened here. We're assuming maybe ex-military or a raider, quite possibly. And venturing further down with a bus here that unfortunately doesn't have any goodies in it. It's one of them inaccessible ones. And continuing on round the bottom of the highway, or well, the freeway, should I say, are more nests. Now, if you come up here onto the freeway, we can find a mad scientist who explodes when you get nearby. Now, his body's actually right now way down there, bits and pieces. Inside you can find plenty of items, wee mini nuke, and among other things. Now, if we go to the other side of the highway, so I'll bring up the map here so you just kind of get an idea. Near Deathclaw Sanctuary in the Satcom Array. This half a bus, no, that's not the half a bus I want. That's the half a bus I want right over here. Contains again a lot more explosives. There's a lot of explosive stashes up on the top left corner of the map. Quite curious. Now, this guy we're thinking was maybe military again, having access to frag grenades, and he probably blew half the bus off, and that's why there's only half of him here, because he probably just blew the bottom half of himself off. You know, things like that happen. This here, bit of a sadder turn. This is the internment truck, where they were rounding up Chinese civilians to take them to the internment camps. I believe this was a soldier with a 10mm pistol. Everyone tried to break out. He fired at a few of them. They maybe overwhelmed them. The bombs fell at some point of this story when the truck jackknifed. And you can still find plenty of items on board. And there's actually a wee note at the front. It's not here right now. I picked it up. Wee hollow tape that gives you a bit of background on that. Now, that's been the Mirelurk Wastes River sort of thing. It continues on. The rest of it, there's so many Mirelurks. It continues all the way down to Arafu, and you can just find Mirelurk after Mirelurk. I would say you'd have to murder at least 40 or 50 of them before you start culling any numbers. And most of them respawn, so you know there's that too. So yeah, this is probably one of the bigger nests in the game. That's certainly an understatement. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this slightly longer form of the Mirelurk Wastes, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.